Hi, I'm Vivian the Knitter.
And I'm Emily the Other Knitter, and this is the Keep Calm and Carry On podcast.
Thank you so much for joining us for episode 139 of Keep Calm and Carry Yarn. This is a knitting and crochet podcast brought to you by me, Vivian, and my daughters. I'm recording from Michigan.
And I'm coming to you from Florida. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you're listening on a podcast app or watching along on YouTube. Hi, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
This is my first solo mission as a podcaster. We are not together.
No, we are not together. So, yeah, you'll get used to it.
Yes, I hope so.
It's the setup part. It's the setup part that's the hardest. To make sure, like, everything is, your microphone is working, and you're sitting in front of the camera, which is our phones. We use our phones.
Yeah, a lot more, like, rearranging and stuff than I anticipated. So it took me a little while to get set up.
Yeah, but we got there.
Yes.
We got there.
Anyways.
So, have you been?
Good. The baby and I came home from Boston a few days ago, so we are just gotten settled back, into our normal routine. Yeah. I finally got to do a bit of sewing today, but I did lots of knitting. I did lots of knitting on our trip. We were gone for a week, but I feel like can't really tell based on. I did a lot of frogging, basically.
Oh, okay.
You will find out later.
Yeah. But you're with Allison, and too bad you guys didn't have the time to do a recording.
She was only there for like 4 days or something like that, and with the baby, and it was too much.
Yeah. I know, it was a lot to ask for. I'm sorry I even made the suggestion.
Yeah. You made the suggestion publicly, too, not just to us. So, sorry about that.
But it's fine. We get to do this now.
Yes.
So, before we move on to our yarny stuff, I have a thank you from for Shiv Shove on Ravelry. She said that she recently started listening to our podcast on YouTube, and she's gone back to the very beginning. And when she wrote this, she was on episode 22, which was our EYF one. So that was a long time ago.
Over 100 episodes ago.
Yeah. So, and she also said that she met me and Allison in Edinburgh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's nice. I'm glad she stopped and said hello. I don't remember her, though. But next time, for the next festival, make sure you tell me what your name is. Because a lot of people said hi, but not necessarily gave me their names. Yeah.
I see.
So. All right. Shall we move on to our whips?
Sure.
Can I go first?
Okay. Whips. All right. Well, so I have if you remember, a little while ago, I had started the Hermione's Everyday Socks, and they were ridiculously large. And if you recall, this is my first ever pair of socks. So, you said that was my gauge swatch. It was starting it and then being way too big, and then I had to start over again. But then I decided to choose a different pattern for that yarn, which is just a white cotton nylon, and then to do the Hermione's socks with a different yarn, because I felt like it was kind of boring with the white. And then the Hermione's Everyday Socks is just got a bit of texture with little pearl bumps. It's like not, it's not super exciting. So I guess I'll show first my Hermione's Everyday Socks. It's in like a dark forest greeny variegated yarn, and I've gotten past the heel and into the foot.
Like a tonal yarn.
Tonal yarn, sorry.
That's okay. I always forget how to say tonal. I always say it's kettle dyed, and then Allison has to remind me. Tonal,
I remember that.
Okay, it's tonal.
Anyway,
this time I remembered.
So yeah, I mean, it's normal sized. And so this one, I I was saying, like, okay, maybe my tension is like really really loose, and I mean, obviously, I mean, it was part of it, but then also I think it was just the yarn because I made it a bit tighter. I didn't take out any stitches, same stitch count, and I mean, it just is normal. So it's like, okay, maybe it wasn't completely just me being stupid. So I don't know. I think it looks nice.
Well, does that yarn feel thinner than the other one?
I think it is a little bit. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, they're both.
That'll make a difference.
Yeah.
Well, even within the same category, there'll be variation between one manufacturer and the next.
But I just because it's my first pair of socks, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? But yeah, so it came out normal size. I didn't have to do anything, so it was fine. And I really like the pearl bumps and the texture with this color yarn. It just makes me think of moss.
Yeah, it does look very mossy. It looks nice. Yeah. Looks good.
And then
is it a moss? It's not a moss stitch, is it?
No, it's not. It's I don't know if there's a name for it. I mean, there's one purl stitch for every 3 knit, and then there's a row of just knit. And then you do the one purl for every 3 knits, but it's offset.
It's okay.
So actually maybe just pre-blocked, it almost looks like honeycomb because of the way the purl raises.
It's like a grid pattern, like a grid. Yeah. Almost. That one's a free pattern, right?
Yes. And then so the white yarn, I picked a different free pattern, which is the I already forgot. Oh no, Woodland Walk. And it's just got a bit of lace, like a little lace panel kind of on the side of the front, with little leaves. And I've only gotten a little bit done, just past one pattern.
That's pretty.
Repeat. So it's a little less, boring to do with just this white yarn. But and I tried it on, and I think it's pretty normal size. I took out 10 stitches.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it looks normal, right? And it's it's not too small or anything. And so this yarn is I think it's just quite thick for a fingering weight.
Maybe. Yeah.
And it's meant to be
it's heavy fingering.
Yeah, it's meant to be sock yarn. So.
Well, you can have sock yarn that's sport weight or even DK weight too. I've seen that. It just means that it's not. It has most likely has some sort of nylon or polyester in it to strengthen it. Well,
yeah. So at least now it's fine. I mean, in order to figure out how much to take out, I think even though I knew it wouldn't be exact, I just put on the sock that I started with the white yarn and pinched it to see just approximately, how many stitches I might need to take out. So that's just how I did it.
Yeah, I mean, I do that too because it's a sock. Even if you decide to frog it, it's not that much. Yeah. You haven't invested that much time in it.
It's not as heartbreaking.
What was the white one called again? Because you don't have it in your
Woodland
Ravelry.
Walk.
Woodland Walk. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't put it in yet.
Is that a free pattern too?
Yes, it's a free pattern.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then my third whip is the same tuck-in blouse, which I'm just still working on the back, so it doesn't really look like anything. I mean, I don't know how much I've gotten done since the last time. Maybe a couple inches, but it's just, I mean, there's not really much to say about it. It's just going. I started
maybe every time you record, put like a fancy stitch marker on it so you can see the progress.
I should do that. But I have a feeling, I mean, so I blocked the front, and it's definitely large. I mean, I think it's gonna be. I feel like when you look at the photo of the sample, and it doesn't. I don't think it says in instructions, but it looks like it should have, if anything, negative ease. And this is definitely not gonna turn out that way. And I don't know if I've just like changed my gauge or something. But I mean, it's just taking me so long that I'm not ripping it out. So I was like,
how big of a gauge did you make?
I don't remember. I don't know. I mean, actually, the pattern, because this is a vintage pattern, right? And I mean, it had all that long paragraph telling you like how to make the gauge swatch, which was ridiculous. But it only said to make a 2-inch by 2-inch swatch.
Oh, that's not enough.
Which I know is not enough, and I think I did 4, which I know is still like it could be bigger, but yeah, I don't know. So worst case scenario, I will probably just seam it, like make some seam allowance on the side. I don't know. I'm never never doing this again. Everything in the round.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's what I have.
I only have, well, I have the Fairfield cardigan by Michele Wang, and I have pieced it together. It's all pieced. I sewed it together. So I finished all the pieces. So I've been working on this almost exclusively since we last recorded, and it's so big. It's so big. It's gonna fit me perfectly, but it's supposed to be for Allison.
Right. Well, like we said before, better too big than too small, because it could be.
I know,
it's even
roomy on me. But the neck, I don't know. The neck is gonna be. I don't know what's going on with the neck. I'm not happy. Because I still have to pick up for the neck, and maybe, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, there's only so much you can do to make it
shrink. Yeah. That was the same issue I had with the Cochin cardigan, that the neckline was so wide that it kind of slips off my shoulders sometimes.
Well,
hopefully,
I've definitely. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would say hopefully that won't be an issue for that.
I don't know. I've definitely had issues with this. Like I think it was 2 years ago, I made the Coastal Granny Sail Away cardigan by Michele Green, and the neck is super wide. So it's, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really checked my gauge in a while to see if it's actually. Oh, actually, you know what? My gauge is different. So I did math. And then
you did math. Congratulations.
I did do math. And I made a smaller size. I made the stitch count to a smaller size, actually the smallest size, to the dimensions of the larger size. And as far as the math goes, it should have been okay. So, people say the gauge lies. It lies. Yeah. And plus, I guess, I made a pretty big gauge swatch, so I don't know what the hell my problem is.
Well, I mean, no, I don't know what I was going to say. I mean, it's not the same problem, because the whole thing is large. Because I was going to say, like, with the cardigan that I made, I mean, I wanted it to be a little bit looser, but I didn't really take into account the fact that it had like the V neckline, and that if it was going to be larger, because I have slightly narrower shoulders.
Well, this is a round neck. It's not a V neck. I did one of the button band, the one button band without the holes. So I'm gonna do this one, the second, the right side, which has the buttonholes, and then the neck. Maybe it'll be okay, but definitely wait. It is. I mean, as loose as it looks right now, it is a little bit snug around my belly. So hopefully, for Allison, it'll be okay. It's just up here. I don't know. It's really big up here. I'm like you said earlier, I don't want to do sweaters in pieces anymore. I want to be able to try stuff on.
Yeah.
There's a reason why knitters gravitate towards knitting top down in one piece.
Yeah, I know.
And even like colorwork sweaters, there's a lot of colorwork sweaters where you start like just below the armholes, and then you knit it up, and then you knit down. You pick this because sometimes with colorwork, the design might not look right if it's going the opposite direction.
Oh, I see.
Because of the V's.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I've done a few of those. I mean, I'm no expert. There's, I remember we got a review, like one of the very few bad reviews, and for the podcast, and the person said that for people that claim to be yarn experts, they don't know what they're talking about. Basically, is what that person said. Like, we have never said we're experts. We're just yarn enthusiasts. We just love making things with yarn, and then we talk about all the mistakes that we make and all the other. You know,
I mean, literally, the intro is just one's crochet, one's a knitter. You can say,
yeah. I've never said that I'm an expert.
I'm definitely not an expert anywhere close. So.
Well, I have more experience than you with my knitting, and Allison has more experience than me with her crocheting, and that's it. It's just like we have different skill levels. Yeah. But I'm looking at your project page, and yeah, your skill levels, it's getting better and better each project you make.
Yes, I mean, I definitely feel like a lot more confident now in just in general.
Yeah, this is like one of the, like, I made this a long time ago. It's not even on Ravelry. It was like my knitting group was all making it. I'm like, fine, I'll make it too. And I hated it. It was always too big, and it was like, I don't know, it's just this tent on me. It's not even supposed to be like tunic length, but it on me it's a tunic length. I figured, and I've always said I'm going to frog it, and I'm gonna make it into hats. I mean, it's been in the bottom of my bin for years, and
I did not recognize it at all.
You've never even seen it because I made it while you were like.
It's never seen the light of day.
Yeah, because I made it, and I was like, oh, and I just threw it in the back of my closet.
I think there's only one thing I've ever made that I never wore. That was like absolute. That I just like hated so much that I didn't even put it on. And it was just, it was just too big.
I have done a couple of like sewing things where it didn't work out, and just like, oh, I followed the pattern. Yeah, but that just makes us stronger crafters.
Yeah. I mean, all the mistakes. Yeah, it's definitely
lots of mistakes. Lots of mistakes.
You need to learn for the next time. Sorry. Okay, go ahead. What are your?
It's okay. It's okay. I have. Oh, what happened to my notes? I just closed the tab by mistake. But I have another whip, and it is called the Foxtastic Baby Layette, and it's by Debbie Bliss, and I wonder who this is for. It comes with a pullover, a hoodie, or the pattern. That's like $5 and change. A blanket. It's more like a towel because it got the little hood thing. A cardigan and a pullover. Did I say pullover yet? But anyway, so I finished the back, which is not a whole lot to look at, but this is just the back. And
it's like a mustard, right?
It's a mustard, like a golden... but it's called Foxtastic because it's got a fox face in the front.
So you have the nose done.
Cute. I have the nose and part of the cheek.
Right.
And look at all this.
Cheek.
Look at all this.
Oh,
look at all this. The yarn hanging off of. Okay, I don't generally like to do Intarsia, and that's one of the reasons why I don't do Intarsia. But I was just going to show the picture real quick of what this sweater is supposed to look like. Find it. Oh, here we go. It's really cute. So the body is that mustardy color. Oh no, what just happened?
What are you showing?
I don't know. Okay. The body is that mustardy color, and it's got the fox face with the white, and then the ears are like an orangey color. You can see my light in the reflection on my iPad, and it's got orange and white stripes on the arms, on the sleeves. So it's really cute.
It reminds me.
I'm gonna make the hat too. Where's the hat? It reminds you of what?
Oh, it reminds me of that sweater that I had that I loved, the polar bear one. It was a white sweater, and then it has the bear face. And
I've always said that I wore that thing to death. Recreate that. Here, this is what the hat looks like. So I'll make the hat. It's an orange hat with a fox face and ears.
And the ears, nice, very cute.
Yeah, I've always said that I was going to recreate that sweater in wool, because that sweater, I think it was like Talbot's Kids or something like that. It was cotton.
That sounds right. Yeah.
But, it
got all crunchy.
Gets crunchy after a while. It got all crunchy because Madeline loved that too, and she wore it.
Did Jillian wear it too?
Jillian wore it, but she didn't like it as much as Madeline. But because Madeline's favorite animal was always a polar bear.
Was it so? Was her favorite animal a polar bear before or after she got her?
Yeah, because that's
animal?
You were about 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old, maybe 6 years old when you start wearing that. Probably closer to 6. Madeline started wearing it when she was 4 because she's so much bigger than you.
Yeah.
And by then she already had her little stuffed bear. She got that when she was a toddler.
But so was her favorite animal has always been a polar bear, but was that the case before she got her stuffed animal polar bear, or was it?
Oh no,
after?
It was because of the stuffed animal.
Okay, which she still sleeps with today.
She still sleeps with today. Yeah. So it came with this little pom pom nose, and you lost the pom pom nose.
Oh really? I don't remember that.
Yeah, and then I sewed up, or maybe Jillian did. Somebody lost it. I don't know what happened to it. It fell off and it got lost, and
I don't even remember having a pom pom.
I replaced it with like a big giant brown button. For the nose. So yeah, that was like
I love
things that kids love.
There's like 3 garments I can think of that I loved as a kid, and that's one of them.
I still have it because I've always said I was gonna make it for a child someday.
What child? Well, now you're making a fox one. Now you have to. For next year, you'll have to make the polar bear sweater.
Yeah. So I do have my Claigan cowl. I didn't really get that much done since last time, but I have been working on it. There's not much progress since I last recorded with Allison. I think I might have done like maybe 2 rows since then, but it is coming along slowly but surely. I'm definitely a much slower crocheter than I am a knitter. I just really wanted to I really wanted to work on the
sweater,
the Fairfield. So I'm glad that it took me like half a day to sew it all up.
Jeez.
And then I did the button band like
the Dutton
after
band.
dinner. The damn band. After dinner, and I did most of it. And this morning I finished it so it wouldn't be on the needles, because this is kind of so it's like awkward when you're like when the needles are hanging off of it. So so I will definitely be finished before I next record. But the next time I record, I won't be home, so I don't know if I'm going to talk about it next time. We'll see.
At some point.
I could always bring it and then have somebody else bring it home.
Yeah.
Ready for BuzzFeed?
Sure. Let's see. Oh, gotta go back to the top. BuzzFeed Quiz is
Yeah, me
discover
too.
your perfect summer destination based on your holiday style. Holiday meaning vacation.
Yes.
This is like I kind of like there's like some blurb at the beginning, something about the UK's #1 tour operator. So that's why it's holiday and not vacation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because on the end of it says visit Jet2 holidays to book now. So what did you get? Yes, it's basically an ad.
Got Turkey, the Dalaman area. Is that how you say it?
I have no idea. Never been to Turkey.
I'm not familiar at all with Turkey, so I'm not. I mean, the picture is beautiful, like hilly and water.
What does your description say?
It says the smell of pine hangs in the air of Dalaman's forest-cloaked mountains, which hem the area's azure seas. Visit the must-see Blue Lagoon in Oludenese. Relax alongside turtles at is Tutu Beach. I don't know. Am I saying any of this right? And let your hair down in Marmaris. Dalian, soothing mud baths and ancient tubes essentially plan your day off. Your off-duty days for you too. Oh God, I should have practiced reading that before.
This quiz doesn't really tell us anything about us, huh?
No, it's an ad. It's telling you where to go.
You're the one that chose it. You chose it.
I know because half of the quizzes that you picked out didn't have any pictures, and I didn't like it.
Oh. I didn't actually pay attention to it. I saw pretty pictures. Like, oh, that looks nice. Okay, I got Larnaca area, Cyprus. I know where Cyprus is. I didn't know anything about Larnaca.
I don't either.
This area's white sand beaches are dotted with meze restaurants where you can try plateful after plateful of new flavors. Enjoy some succulent souvlaki, golden grilled halloumi, and local delicacies like kapari and fresh anari cheese. Visit Jet2 holidays to book now.
Yeah, I didn't read that part. But you know what? I mean, it's kind of cool because, like, I don't know anything about Turkey. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to Turkey now. Now it sounds cool. I don't know.
Okay. What do you like? What do you most like to do on holiday?
I said something outdoorsy, and the other options being sunbathing by beach, checking out the culture, and eating, obviously.
Oh, I picked out checking out the culture, but
got it right.
What did I say?
Oh no, I was just guessing it, and I got it
right. But I vacillated between that and eating, obviously.
Well, I went between culture and something outdoorsy, but actually, because I took this quiz twice, or actually 3 times. Because I had to do it again, but the third time I did it the same as the second time. Because there's more questions later about like culture stuff, so I did something outdoorsy because I like both. And it depends on where you're going too. Like if it's somewhere cold, I'm not going to be doing anything outdoorsy.
How do you like to spend your evenings on holiday?
I said strolling and sightseeing, and you said fine dining.
Yep, that's what I did. It's all about the food. It's all about the food.
In a past life,
I wouldn't mind strolling and sightseeing. I do during the day.
Yeah, I mean,
not necessarily.
I picked food later on, so. But I was gonna say in a past life, or maybe 10 years ago, I would have said exploring the nightlife, but not anymore.
But now you're old and you have a baby.
Yeah.
Pick one luxury experience.
Here's where I picked the food: a Michelin-starred restaurant.
Yeah, I think I picked that the first time.
And then you picked the boat tour.
Yeah, a scenic boat tour.
I know.
As long as it's not out in the open ocean where I would get sick.
I know that's what I was thinking at first. I was like, well, maybe she picked it. Like I feel like you wouldn't have picked spa or cocktails by the pool, which are the other two. So,
Well,
Yeah.
because a river cruise or something that hovers the beach, it's fine. Intercoastal waterways, that kind of stuff, I'm fine with. It's just like whale watching in the open ocean.
Or on a big boat,
I will,
right? Because a smaller
yeah,
boat will be like
or
rougher,
or a
usually.
giant. Because the first time I realized that I got seasick, because I never got seasick before this, was on my honeymoon. We went whale watching on a rubber Zodiac in the middle of the ocean. It was awful. That's the first time. Howard's like, your dad's like, I thought you didn't get seasick. Like, I've never gotten seasick before this. But that was either been on a riverboat or on a big boat, but not necessarily like a little rubber thing that's going like this the whole entire time. I was fine as long as we were moving. But if you're like just sitting there in the ocean going like this, okay, I'm already getting myself seasick.
Anyways.
What else do you want to answer?
What's your preferred holiday pace? I said I like to explore a lot. Mostly, even though I feel like I'm not super crazy, but I'm definitely less chill than my husband. He would say that I am go when we vacation.
What do you think I picked then?
Balance.
You know your mom so well.
No, happy to go with the flow. No, I didn't see that one. Well, because
Okay, now we're just going to make a game of it. What did I pick for? How do you feel about visiting cultural and tourist attractions? What did you pick? And what did I pick?
I picked I'll catch as many as I can, which I feel like you probably picked that one.
Nope, I did not. I said I prefer hidden gems. But you know what? That also depends on whether or not I've been there before.
Okay, well, the other thing is, because it says visiting cultural and tourist attractions, which I feel like I don't want to go to the tourist trap, but I like cultural attractions. I like museums and stuff, which you do too. So that's why I picked I'll catch as many as I can. Because there's no I mean, that's like the medium one, sort of. Like there's nothing. I mean, that sounds like a lot, but it's the only medium one. So.
Yep.
Okay. Are you a planner or more spontaneous? And I like a couple of planned activities, but not too much. Now I'm doubting myself. I feel like is that not what you picked?
Yeah, I picked that too. And lastly, pick a food.
I picked stuffed peppers, but you picked I can't pick one. Can we do mezza?
Yeah, that's what I picked. That way I can
know you pretty well
of it. Yep. All right, that was our Buzzfeed. I need to go to Cyprus. And you need to go to Turkey.
Apparently,
that's the conclusion. Yep.
I go to don't go to the website it tells you to go to.
But we're gonna go to our FOs now, which I don't have any, and I know you do.
I have 2, one knitting and one non-knitting. So I finished my Homefront jumper.
Yay! Wow, you did that really fast.
Yeah, it took me like 2 months, which is fast for me. But
yeah, and it's fingering weight too.
Yeah, and I think
you have a baby.
Yeah, well, I was like really getting momentum on this one, and I was like just working on this for a while. Like the tuck and blouse, I ignored that for a good long while. That's why it doesn't look any different. But yeah, so I had a little bit of an oopsie because I was working on one sleeve. I finished one sleeve. Started working on the second one, and I was like, I don't think I have enough yarn, and I still need to do the neckband, and I didn't. So I ended up having to frog that sleeve, and I just made it 2 inches shorter. So it's supposed to be the pattern calls for it to be 5 inches long from the pit,
from the armpit.
So like pretty long, like a longer short sleeve, which I like. Um, but yeah, it's only 3 inches now, and that was enough. It was. I could have maybe made it slightly longer. It was enough to do both sleeves and the neckband, and I had a little bit left over. So,
Wait, were the sleeve? Can I see the sleeves?
so they have a little.
Were they knit separately and then sewn,
Yes,
or
they were knit separately and then set in, but they were knit in the round.
Because it's ruffled up top.
Yeah, it has the gathering on the top of the sleeve, so get a little bit of the puff on the shoulder, which I love. Except I think I probably should have made it well, so the pattern, which everything is by measurements, right? So there's no sizes. You just multiply your gauge by your measurements plus whatever ease it recommends. So for the sleeves, it recommended no ease and measuring the bicep, right? But I found that it was like it felt like tight a little bit higher up on the arm, and then I think that kind of like I filled out more of the like part that's supposed to be puffed, you know? So it doesn't look quite as puffy as I would like, but I think it's because I have like a little more tricep muscle than most people. I mean, my arms are not as big as they used to be, but I mean, I still have muscles, so it's a little tight on the upper arm. But I mean, I think it still looks cute. So next time I'll make the sleeves a little bigger because I do want to make another one, and then I would make the sleeves longer. So
yeah,
I already have the yarn, which you bought for me.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you did. At Spun in Michigan.
Oh.
Remember
what color was it? I don't remember.
It was, I don't, like a slate, I think, and a yellow. So I was gonna do stripes, but it definitely should be enough. And then the back has it's unbuttoned, but it's got little buttons of the back. I just used some leftover white little buttons that I must have cut off in something, but I don't remember what. But yeah, I'm really happy with it, and I feel like because everything was by measurements, it actually fits. It like looks flattering too, I think, for the most part. And now I feel like I have a better understanding of like how I might like alter other patterns to fit me better. Not that like I couldn't figure it out before. I think I just like was too lazy to like really think about it. But yeah, I mean, it's really not. My realization is nothing. It's not rocket science. It's just gauge times measurement. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm very happy with it. And then my second FO is a sewing project, and it is a little sailor outfit for Quentin.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, so it's a romper. It's one piece, but it's made to look like two. So it's got white and blue stripe top and navy blue bottoms, a little stripe down the leg, and then the little sailor collar with navy trim and a bow in the front.
So do you have a picture of him wearing it?
No, I don't. So this is for his first birthday, and which is not till next month, but we have a photo shoot of family portraits booked for next week. So depending on, I don't know when this goes out, but but it's not easy to get him into this. So
do you have an alternate outfit for him in case he doesn't cooperate?
Yes, I mean there's like a bunch of other outfits that I can bring. But yeah, so this I can't really take credit for the design because I almost copied. Oh shoot, I don't remember what the brand is. I can maybe you can put it up on screen. But some children's clothing line, and it was like $170, something like that. Outfit, and it was 2 pieces though. It was a top and bottom, and the bottoms were baby blue, and then the trim on the the collar, it had like 2 lines of trim,
Double.
which is really cute. But what I have is like 1/2 inch twill tape, so I feel like it's too thick to do 2. I really like the double, but whatever. So it's not an exact copy, but it is. I pretty much stole the design.
Yeah. He'll be able to wear it for like 5 minutes. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's just for the picture. It's just for the picture. So I'm gonna wear my sailor top. It's gonna be on the beach. He's gonna look so cute.
Of course, he looks cute with anything. Naked, he looks cute. Wearing a stained onesie.
Yeah, but he'll look extra cute in this little sailor outfit. Yes. And when I look at the pictures, I'll be able to remember what a pain in the butt it was to make this. Because I hate set-in sleeves, but I have never done baby set-in sleeves.
Oh, yeah.
And that is just a whole nother level of hell. And then, like the crotch, the curves for the crotch snap thing. Oh, what a pain. So, I mean, the brand the design that I base it off of, like, I can kind of see why it's so expensive, because I mean, I think it's like, it's not a fast fashion brand. I don't know quite. I mean, they claim to be like slow fashion, sustainable. I don't know how sustainable they are, but it was a pain to make, so I can imagine. It's worth the money, even though they only wear it for a second. But yeah,
it's only worth it if you have more than one kid that can wear it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think a girl could wear it too, if we had a girl.
Yeah. Just have to put a big blue bow on her head.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything else to say. Your dad's been working on the more finishing work up here.
The basement.
So this morning, my cutting table was full of crap. And all that crap is now on the floor over there. So, nice. And then my sewing table, but the big one, was over there too. So I only just like reassembled, but he still has work to do. So I don't really have the space to do any sewing right now.
I see.
But my shop is still open, Pearl and Plum. It's still open. There's still bags there. I just have to have him finish this so I can start sewing again.
I mean, it seems so ridiculous because it's such a huge room.
I know. I mean, I could move everything over there, but there's like couches and stuff over there.
Yeah, I know. So... It would be a pain, but it's just like, it's such a ginormous room.
It is. But because right now it looks nice because I cleaned it this morning. It's like, oh, I just want to at least get everything off camera because it was like, it looked like that I live in a hoarder's house is what it looked like, with all the stuff there. So right now all the hoarding stuff is over there off camera.
Well, if you were to see the rest of my room, it always kind of looks like a hoarder room because it's not very big and there's a lot of stuff in here, and even Quinton's playpen is in here, which takes up like half the room.
Yeah.
But
we do what we need to do.
Yeah. So
to work on our crafts. So yeah. Okay. So is it time for the spiel? I don't even have my notes up right now.
You don't look happy about that.
Okay. Spiel time.
Spiel away.
Okay. Oh. Where is it? Okay. Every episode is on our website, which is kcacypodcast.wordpress.com. You can find us on Instagram, also at KCACY Podcast. And my personal Instagram is upstate_Viv. Emily's is Emmerdale Crafts. Allison is Allison here, ALYSON here. You can like and comment and rate and review and subscribe and favorite all the things on YouTube or wherever else you listen to podcasts. If you want to join us on Ravelry, just search for Keep Calm and Carry On podcast in the Groups tab. So thank you for listening.
And remember to keep calm and carry on.